Alright, so, hello again. It's I, myself, and this guy.
We just got done watching the Emoji Movie.
The Emoji film, which was originally titled Emoji Movie, one word, Express Yourself, which is interesting. So, what most interested me about this movie is much less the 0% on Rotten Tomatoes and all the memes that have come out of the movie, all this garbage. What's really interested me in this film is the absurdist capitalism is the term I'm going to be using a lot as we talk about this film. But it's because it's like they made a movie based on like a phone thing. You know what I mean? Like a cultural phenomenon.
You know, the movie universe is the phone. You're familiar with the Marvel universe. We got all these different universes. The universe for the Emoji Movie is a phone.
Yeah.
The phone
sort
is
of, but the real world
world
exists as well. But yeah. So, but I just want to understand how this movie got made. Is what I'm wondering. Is like because it's not a good idea on paper and it's not a good idea in practice. Like and I'll just say it right out. Like it did get a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I'm one to lean towards maybe a more contrarian attitude in general when it comes to popular culture. But, like, no, this is a fucking pile of garbage of a film.
Yeah, and let me tell you why I think it got made, because it's everything that a kid likes now, and it's everything topical. Think about the emojis and the emoji usage. It sounds like a great idea on paper, actually. You know what, actually, it does sound like a good idea on paper, because the executive, whatever guy looks at it, he goes, movie about emojis, that's genius. Everyone likes emojis.
With the red trailer, you could sell it to
everyone likes emojis.
Kids.
They're cute. Yeah. We could make them cutesy. We could make them Pixar type looking. It could be the next.
I was reading this. The director. This was the director's love letter to Toy Story. Apparently, and
that's what I was saying. It's like a modern day Toy Story.
And the director said, like, what is a what's the new toy? And it's your smartphone, right? And with that comes the probably the most universally understood anthropomorphizable thing is the emoji, right? So that's where I can see this brainchild coming through. But it's if you think about it any further than you want, the emojis are inherently vain. I think often they're used ironically, and we're in a probably the pinnacle, the epitome, and the peak in that regard of the postmodernist era, in which irony and truth or sincerity would be the opposite of irony. Like it's blurred, and when that is done intentionally, that is what is considered postmodernism. But this movie is very, very much the byproduct of the dying sort of era of postmodernism.
Yeah.
That's how it got made.
And it's a sorry attempt at trying to save. I'm not 100% sure.
Sony Animation.
Sony Animation.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
And the movie has done okay. I think it's been out for 3 weeks now.
But it's such an obvious attempt.
It's made $60 million on a $50 million budget. And like we went and saw it today. It was 110. There was a
handful of people.
The quarter of the theater was full.
Handful.
And this is probably the last week it's going to be in theaters.
It's
here.
Appealing because of the nature of it. It's emojis and
the negative reviews. I think gives it a lot of appeal, as well as
But from like a child's point of view,
and kids, the kids in the theater seemed relatively titillated by the movie.
Yeah, a kid with their smartphone is on their smartphone. They look at the trailer and they're excited.
Yeah, they're excited. They're like, I relate to this. Yeah. Oh wow, the Met emoji. So I guess this is all background information we're talking about here. So the movie is like the main character's name is Gene. He's voiced by T.J. Miller. You might know him from Silicon Valley, from Deadpool. What else? That's all.
I don't know anything.
I think he's a stand-up comedian.
Probably
he's on Conan, whatever. And he's got a good kind of like sunny, but quirky kind of voice. Works for the character. So Gene is,
and it's a notable voice. So let's say the parents taking their kids, they hear T.J. I don't know how popular he is with maybe people of the age of 30, but
the thing is, if you are somebody in your let's say early 30s and you have a 6-year-old kid or whatever who you take to see this movie, chances are you saw Deadpool and loved it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or that you're familiar with Silicon Valley.
Yeah,
or you've seen him on the late night talk shows that you stay up watching.
And you're like, hey, I might get a kick out of this garbage film. You will not, though. That's the thing. It's it's not redeemable.
Actually, it's funny the amount of laughter I didn't hear. I was expecting more.
So little laughter. There was a couple like little chuckles, you know, like almost like people were compelled, like they were feeling bad for the director.
The chuckles were at the slapstick moments and nothing more. You know,
so,
there was nothing smart to it.
So basically,
Anna Faris.
It's not well thought out at all. This what I'm about to explain. But Gene, the main character, is a meh emoji, and he lives in. This was my first like sort of eye roll. Was he lives in Textopolis? That's the name of the city. So Textopolis is the texting app on this kid. What was the kid's name?
Alex.
Alex. On Alex's phone.
Yeah.
And you know, it sort of frames like this. All the emojis are like in a little. They all have
basically their cubicle is a cube to be sent. You know, whatever.
And so basically they're stuck. They can emote outside of their given emoji, but they can't look like it. You know, so when they get hit,
well, is that true? Because what it was implying
there's
is
so
that
much inconsistency in
that.
Yeah, it's but the thing is, Gene can. So Gene can be whatever emotion he feels. He could be all different emojis.
And the implication is that no other emojis can actually emote outside of what they can feel different things.
Yes, but they can't emote them.
Yeah.
Right? They can't express them.
So,
right? So that's emoji expressive.
Yeah, but like you said, there are inconsistencies. So we'll get to that.
But so basically, he is you know, he's trying to get his parents. I don't. It's kind of implied that he's like 18, but or something like that. But anyways, he's trying to get his parents, who are both Matt emojis, and you know they're always like, "Yes, we love you, son."
Yeah,
they're
very
sure.
And he's the classic,
and that's one of the most like genuinely like sort of clever, unique comedic elements to the film is his parents' characters.
Yeah,
because they're like,
who are they voiced?
But they actually love. They were voiced by Stephen Wright and Jennifer Coolidge. I don't know who Stephen Wright is, but I know who Jennifer Coolidge is.
Really? I'm the other way.
They're not that famous, either of them. But that was like kind of funny. But he's able to make multiple expressions, right? So this
that makes him an outcast. Though. That does make him an outcast. So
this makes his parents hesitant to let him go to work as an actual emoji.
But every emoji, they all work. He wants to be just like all the other emojis.
So, but then
working.
You know, he convinces his mom to let him go, and he goes. And he screws up.
Yeah.
Right? He drops the ball.
Just before that.
And that's weird. And so Alex is trying to text a
girl that he's into, and he asks his
Abby,
man,
right?
Addie? Yeah. He asks Addie, but like, or no, he asks his buddy what he should send to Addie. Oh, I like this girl.
And I think they were like, taking fucking Addie when they
exactly.
Movie.
And he goes, I don't know, don't say anything. So obviously, if you're gonna be cool, you want to act cool in front of a girl. You go, man, I don't give a shit. You know,
words aren't cool, man.
Yeah,
using emoji.
Yeah, he says words aren't cool. I actually thought that was kind of funny.
Oh, and then right there,
words aren't cool.
The most heavy-handed fucking garbage I've ever seen is the teacher. I think this is in the trailer, but the teacher is like, so these are Egyptian hieroglyphics.
Oh yeah, I heard.
What is this like? What is this like? I think I turned to you and I was like,
no, you made a noise. You didn't turn.
I
saw the hieroglyphics and you went. Oh.
Yeah, so
there's something. You made a noise.
Yeah, I just couldn't. I couldn't believe it.
I mean, what are the odds too? And then, I mean, there's a few other subtle things, but. Basically, before all that kind of, so that was like lays down the groundwork for the film.
That's the plot is about him trying to find himself
but by screwing up like this, he gets the whole town, the whole Textopolis to turn on them. Before that, though, the movie lays down the classic formula.
He's a malfunction.
He's a malfunction, and that is just such an obvious. Like every movie follows like I call it like the Catcher in the Rye effect, because the reason that book was you read that book in school. The reason it's so insanely popular is because everyone is obsessed with themselves and thinks that they're unique. I'm the
outcast,
and I'm the outcast.
But these people are gonna all one day figure out why I'm so great.
Yeah, and that's classic movie formula. Every movie is the underdog. I want to say 90% of movies, the main character is this like observational, like he's so self-aware. Everyone doesn't get me, and then all that. I mean, that's just
what I liked about this.
To relate to.
Though that being said, this outcast stereotype with the Gene the emoji, he had this like a sunny disposition. Like he loves his city of Textopolis. Like he loves it, and he wants to work as a emoji. But he's a emoji, and he's so fucking gung ho about everything that. Like he's an outcast because it's weird to not follow your role. And this is where the political message blurs for me, is that he's supposed to be what he is. It's by using the backdrop of emojis and having it being about being yourself
Yeah.
It's immediately loaded with contradictions. Like there's no way for me to express that properly without using some kind of heavy-handed, political I don't know, comparison. But it's just so bizarre. Yeah.
It's trying to portray this message that you're not supposed to be like shallow and superficial.
You are what you look like.
You are, yeah. You
are whichever you want to be. But they're emojis, and it's like
the most superficial that it gets.
They live inside the phone of this kid's phone.
And this kid is a superficial. He's on Instagram, and they talk about how, well, it's cool. And this is like trying to tell kids, it's better to have some close friends rather than a bunch of people following you on the internet.
That's a repeated refrain in the film.
Yeah, and then it contradicts that too, because I mean, there's a scene way later in the film, so I don't want to get into it yet, but when the parents are like in the Instagram app, and I don't know, whatever. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
So we barely touched the surface here. We haven't even gotten to the fucking hand.
Yeah. So the hand.
So basically, So after you're kind of introduced to the hand in the film. It doesn't matter. He's trying to get into like the favorite emoji club. That's what it is. So on your iPhone, like
the most used,
your most used emojis. Like I'll see what mine is, just for frame of reference. I bet you it's the eggplant. That's stupid as fuck.
Yeah, in the movie, the eggplant was in like the unused, like where all the unused ones hang.
But they made the eggplant less phallic.
Yeah,
because it's a G-rated film. I respect that. Just don't use it at all.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here. So High Five. High Five is voiced by the talk show host / host of Carpool Karaoke / big ol' irritating blowhard James Corden.
Yeah, and I heard the voice and I was like, that's Milo Yiannopoulos at first.
Breitbart, former Breitbart media pundit.
Yeah, and
his mannerisms are that like James Corden and Milo Yiannopoulos, and this is getting into territory that's a little bit edgy perhaps, but James Corden and Milo Yiannopoulos actually have really similar mannerisms, but just different. What do you call it? Like applications.
Yeah,
definitely different ideologies.
Yeah. I mean, it just.
But they're both fucking blowhards. You know what I mean? Like, they're both like
exactly
in your face, attention seeking.
However,
so a tennis ball is my most used emoji.
Yeah.
With
and it's
star.
It's on the character of the hand emoji.
High five.
The high five emoji in the film. It seems a lot like Milo because of how flamboyant he is, and he thinks. He's not like James Corden. I mean, not that he's supposed to be like any of that, but he's not like James Corden in the sense that because he's so I'm number one. I'm the shit. Like I used to be so famous. Like, he's all flat. Like he's obsessed with what is it? Like not fame, but just being
attention.
He seeks attention and
he's like sort of like the charming. Flamboyant narcissist.
Narcissist. He's a charming, flamboyant narcissist, which is 100% Milo, but they couldn't get Milo, obviously, to do the voice because that would not work for a children's film or any film.
Not for the sort of utopian values that this film is attempting to have.
Yeah, but then I picture James Corden now, and I picture James Corden like a tubby little guy. He's just, I'm funny, and it should have been Milo because he just represents that character. But whatever. He sounds like him. But I could picture whatever I want.
Played by fucking Lauren Southern. That's horrible. Okay, let's move on from that's not alt-right media pundits.
Yeah, that's stupid shit. But Milo's
he's an entertainer.
He's an entertainer.
So anyways, Smiler is the villain in this movie. It's the original emoji, a big smiling. Woman with red lipstick and stuff. And
was that Anna Faris?
No.
That's Anna Faris.
She was voiced by Maya Rudolph. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like her. She's great. She's a great actress.
What's she
was on SNL. She was in Inherent Vice for a bit.
Oh, I do actually. Now I can put a face.
Yeah, she's done a lot of indie films as well, and a lot of shit comedies.
Yeah, shit comedies are
not this bad though. I like a good dumb Will Ferrell flick, but this was trash. Anyway, so Smiler's the villain, and basically she wants to correct Meh.
This is completely off topic, but something I really liked before the movie showed. It was right before the movie. It was the last trailer. It was a short.
No, it was a short film that was attached to the movie. It's based on the Hotel Transylvania series.
Yeah.
By Jindy Tard. I honestly don't know his last name off the top of it. But the creator of Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
You knew that? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the creator of Samurai Jack directed that.
That's interesting because I did like
other things. He's a pretty brilliant guy. It was pretty silly, but that's not. We're not talking about Puppy. But you know what? You get more comedy, heart, and entertainment out of the 6-minute short before
exactly.
the film.
Well, what I was
thinking
was that short. Like, is that every showing of the Emoji Movie?
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, then,
it says it right
if
here.
you do happen to go see this putrid film,
walk out after Puppy.
Walk out after the 6-minute short film at the beginning, or don't miss it because that's the only time you'll be properly entertained.
Yeah. So, where were we at? Smiler. So yeah, she wants to she invites the emoji fucking Gene back into the boardroom where there's all these other sort of people that run the emoji workplace, and she's the queen bee, and she basically has these she sends off these antivirus robots on to correct him, but they just delete them. They're just going to delete him. No, that's pretty much right away.
Was that right away?
And then when he's running away from them, he runs into he meets High Five after feeling dejected or something.
Yeah.
And
that's a good.
And then so him and High Five link up,
contrast.
and they end up in the what was it called, the Losers Club or whatever.
The Losers Club, was that right away?
That was pretty early.
So they run away. Well, the High Five takes him to the Losers Club because he is basically he's washed up. He's a washed up emoji. That's why he has that sense of entitlement, which he actually is self-aware of in the movie, which was kind of, that was something I didn't mind, was the fact that he's like, I'm just a washed up sense. No, he didn't think that. He said that he has the sense of entitlement, but he is washed up, and then he goes in there and he brings the emoji, and that's when we meet the eggplant. And
the eggplant's irrelevant to the plot,
but that's when we get into that zone where all
and then High Five reveals he's like, oh man, you could leave Textopolis, no problem. You can go check out this other stuff. You could get to the piracy app, which is I don't know what that was all about, because nobody, you don't need, if you have an Android, you don't need to jailbreak. And this kid didn't have it. I mean, I guess it was an iPhone. I don't know. If you have an Android, you don't need to jailbreak your phone. Those things are pretty open source, for all intents and purposes.
Sure.
You don't need to jailbreak your phone anymore.
The whole thing was implied that everyone has an iPhone. It looked like an iPhone. Yeah. It was an iPhone. Except,
I guess you got to jailbreak an iPhone.
We had the Spotify app as one of the.
No, that's too far ahead.
I know, but I'm just saying that's one of the, rather than. If it was any sort of funds by Apple, if this movie was funded by Apple at all, it would have been Apple Music. So I guess I was under the impression going into this movie that it was funded by Apple at least a little bit, because it's all about emojis, and
it was not. I don't think it was.
It's an iPhone, and the cartoon versions of the of the phones that they were using, right, where the app, it looks like an iPhone. Apple logo is just a circle. Yeah. So I was under that impression, but I guess not. I mean, Spotify must have funded.
Yeah, well, and Candy Crush,
because there was some product placement.
Yeah,
like that.
But that all being said, so High Five goes to find the hacker. There's this legendary hacker that they've heard about named Jailbreak, who lives in the piracy app.
Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah. How did they? Okay, because we jumped right from the Loser Club.
They just ran until Textopolis was over while the robots were running after them. There's not much more to it. And then his parents also are going after him. They're looking for him.
Oh yeah, they ran. Wait, what the fuck?
There are glaring plot holes in this film.
They're running, and so I remember a scene. There's a wall, and then he's like, "What's this?" And they reach the end of the app.
That's where.
Is that before the Loser Club?
Yeah, that's after.
That's after.
Yeah.
So where's the Loser Club coming? Where was that?
The Loser Club was while he was running away from the robots.
But how'd they end up? Where was the Loser Club?
It was just in the dead basement of
Textopolis.
Yeah, of Textopolis headquarters.
Fuck, whatever.
Wow, when you start thinking about it, the actual the whole locations aspect of this movie, where things take place, it's kind of loose and strange.
Yeah, I like the Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of something else where the trolls come in. That's not the Loser Club. Loser Club is just washed up old emojis. But so when they get out of the Textopolis is when they're in between apps, or whatever. So
yeah, so they get on a Tuxopolis,
phone.
they go to the piracy app. There's like internet trolls. There's a Trojan horse as the bartender.
Is that is the piracy app right next to the other app? So they just run through 2 apps and then they get to the other app.
They run away from some robots there or some shit. But
is that when the next app they enter is the piracy app?
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember.
I got the plot synopsis up here, to be honest.
Yeah, we got the plot synopsis right there, I guess.
And it's not making a lot of sense. Anyways,
we can just do it from memory.
They go into there and they find Jailbreak.
They find Jailbreak.
Who's what I like, a punk looking girl with blue hair and a toque, and I think a nose piercing as well.
That's
voiced by Anna Faris.
I think that toque. They're gonna try and sell that. That's gonna be part of like the or not even marketing. Just like how they get toys for movies. Like this is hard to make toys of because the toy,
Spencer's Gifts.
The toy. Yeah.
Listen up.
Spencer's
We got an idea for you.
We got an idea, and it's the toque with the little. She had a skull.
That was the app thing for the piracy app.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Was that logo.
Exactly.
She's a hacker, and she's a good
she has
one,
that
too.
toque, and I think that could sell. So Spencer's Gifts.
Now, what we haven't established is why they needed to meet up with the hacker. Like, okay, so yeah, High Five wants to be in the favorites again, right? I already said that, but he wants to be changed into a meh emoji for real.
Yeah, basically, it's all very superficial.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
He wants to be he literally wants to change. He's like, I want to be reprogrammed. Because he doesn't know who he is.
They resolve that in like in the positive way. They do.
They do exactly.
But,
because he's like, I don't know who I am. It's like, oh, I guess I got to be myself. Whatever. Obviously. But then the hand emoji just wants to be popular.
She wants to go live in the cloud. Jailbreak wants to go live in the cloud so she can be free of the strings of being a slave to the fascist nature of the
yeah.
Right? They like that's all conjecture. Like they don't really dive into.
Well, you can just tell like that she doesn't fuck the system, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like the type that she is.
So yeah, his parents are also looking for him. Oh man, this is so bad. Okay, so the first place they end up after like. She figures out what to do.
I like what the hands end up the trolls.
They somehow end up. What was he saying?
Oh, those are internet trolls. Like all the internet trolls. I want to describe what they look like because
they look like
fat. They got glasses.
Fat,
green. Like they're trolls, but they got glasses. They're fat, sweaty.
Yeah.
And they look like. The comment he makes about them. Like those guys are. It was along the lines of those guys are never gonna get a girlfriend, and they live in their parents' basement. And they cheat like.
Yeah.
Well, it was something along those lines.
Yeah, that was a great gag.
Yeah.
Good job there, who wrote this movie.
Who wrote this movie?
They should be put in a fucking prison. Tony, the director, Eric Siegel, and Mike White. Mike White wrote School of Rock.
Really?
Yeah. Damn, dude. I'm so sorry, buddy.
School of Rock's great. School of Rock's a great movie.
Yeah, Mike White's a talented dude. Yeah.
What's he done?
That's tragic. Oh, School of Rock, Freaks and Geeks, he wrote.
He did, like a couple episodes? Or?
Yeah, I think so. Nacho Libre, Enlightened, which was a show I watched a little bit of that stars Laura Dern.
Look at when it hits 2017, what's happened to him. The
Emoji Movie. Yeah. Then Beatrice at Dinner. This looks like a real movie. Anyways, that is a real movie. So I think it was probably like a hired job to tighten up the comedy is probably what he was in there. I can look it up. Anyways, it doesn't matter right now.
And it was probably a nice paycheck, So that's what I'm picturing. All these whoever was in this movie, anybody that associated with this movie, they don't have an ounce of passion or any sort of. It was all for the money.
Without question.
And obviously everything is obviously every work Hollywood working actor, screenwriter, whatever is trying to get a paycheck, but
at what cost?
But at what cost exactly? And you can just tell that T.J. Miller. What's he done recently? I don't know. Anna Faris, Maya Rudolph. I have no idea what any of these actors and actresses have done recently. Not that I'm paying too much attention to what they're. You do? I don't know. I'm not paying attention to what they're doing. Really, what's Anna Faris's most recent?
She's been on a sitcom produced by Chuck Lorre called Mom.
Okay,
on CBS.
Well, exactly.
So that's good money.
That's good. That's good money. But
it's a hack shit though.
Movie.
Frankly,
scary
movie.
That was
like 15 years ago.
Wow, the fourth one.
The fourth one. That was still
they did a fifth one too.
That was
those movies are dated now too.
Yeah,
but it's fucking. Those movies are way better than this fucking piece of shit.
And basically, what I'm trying to say is that any person that put their time into this movie got a hefty paycheck, and this was just like
it was a $50 million budget movie, which is pretty good for an animated film.
Yeah, so it's
like made its budget back. I imagine, including marketing, it has not made its budget back.
Probably not.
That all being said, let's get back to the plot. Okay. This is so annoying. I gotta tell you. I also understand that, like, reviewing. I just want to acknowledge this: that reviewing the fucking Emoji Movie is not a clever idea. It's not a unique idea. I saw the dude that blew up on Reddit.
I'm sure there's a lot of people reviewing
this, but I figure we got a specific kind of rhythm to the way that we do this. That maybe it might be worth the time. And I figured if I wasted $12.50 seeing this piece of shit, that I might
make it count.
Make it count.
I mean, I was thinking the same thing.
For my 39 subscribers.
If walking out of that thing, I was thinking like, I can't. It's gonna be on my mind. It's gonna be on my mind for the rest of the, Look at my.
You got phone calls on your computer?
Yeah, it's connected.
That's crazy.
Look at that, I'm connected. It's a Mac and it's an iPhone. I'm just gonna leave that right now though. We're in a.
That it doesn't matter. Okay. So they get pushed out by the robots while they're roaming through the in between the apps. It's like actually in between the apps, like like the way you look at it on your phone with the apps. They're running between the apps, and the evil robots trying to delete them are running after them, and they whatever. They get pushed into the Candy Crush app, and this was actually like kind of interesting, like physical comedy, but using like Candy Crush TM, trademark Candy Crush.
Yeah,
is just like it was like kind of gross, and I don't mind product placement and like remember Burger King and the way they use Burger King and Iron Man.
Yeah,
it's like really cringingly obvious, but it's charming. It's like
what's funny too. So Candy Crush, and we see the Candy Crush logo. Mm-hmm. They get out of it, and they call it Sugar Crush.
Did they?
They did call it Sugar Crush. And I remember that specifically hearing that because I was like, well, they didn't need to call it that. They just called it Candy. They obviously have the okay. And it gets called. That was just a weird. Maybe you misinterpreted something. Maybe, but it could just be another inconsistency. I wouldn't hold it past them. Is what I'm saying.
So Gene gets stuck as one of the candies, right? The whole time, High Five's going crazy. He's addicted to sugar. Oh, I love sugar. Ooh, I love sugar. Ooh, just like a little kid. I'm afraid. Woohoo! Give me my sugar. And he's in the little candy land. The animation in this sequence though was impeccable, I will say. Like,
yeah, I guess we haven't.
The set design. Oh, the animation's pretty boring.
Yeah,
it's just too poppingly colorful.
It's poppingly colorful.
It's awful.
Oh, the humans look like. I mean, it's all post Pixar shit, and it's like the humans look like a kid like a student. A student working on some sort of animation could do that. Like, they look like templates for what could be better. And it was $12.50 to go see this movie. It cost $12.50.
Man, what?
And it's made $60 million. This makes me think about what am I doing?
I'm going to hammer this in again. I want the studios to make more movies like this, and it's because it's so insane, and I think it will help drive the nail through Hollywood making. This is a classic fucking hipster theory, but Hollywood needs to. Basically, so Hollywood makes a lot of especially over the summer, they make a lot of movies that cost in between $50 million to $200 million. Yeah. Mostly your superhero movies get those big budgets. But the thing is, they've been failing. Recently, you've been having a lot more bombs, or not making the same margins of success, right?
Yeah, it's a weird time for big budget movies because
except Marvel,
except for Marvel,
and Wonder Woman was a huge hit. I really enjoyed the film. I saw it myself.
A lot of people don't like going to theaters as much. I feel like the charm of. I mean,
I disagree. I love going to the theater.
Yeah. It is it's nice. It's comfy, but I'm saying on a larger scale thing. I mean, maybe
most people only go to see Star Wars.
Yeah. People go to the big things like
Wonder Woman.
A movie that you can pirate or something. A movie that's just all plot, nothing really. I haven't seen it yet, but Dunkirk, you got to see it at the theaters. That's something you got to see. You got to see it in theaters.
This is derailment, but I want studios to make somewhat based on licensed movies Like the Emoji Movie and
You're
the Angry Birds film. That's what started. So the Angry Birds film is what made me interested in this. I think the Angry Birds film is brilliant. That's a totally different video, and I will not talk about it right now.
Do you think if they keep making these kind of films, it'll push? So let's just say movies are in like two paths. And
what I'm saying is, I want them to make $10 million movies instead of one $100 movie.
$100 million movie.
Yeah, so you make $10 million movies instead of one $100 million.
Just pump out crap. And do you think?
No, it's not. It doesn't have to be crap. You just you give good directors $10 million. You say, hey, make something good, and your margin of error is so much lower because this one made let's say Universal.
But what
this $10 million movie made $150 million.
What you're saying
is
this
$10 million movie made $3.
But not
like
you're talking about a specific kind of movie. So you're saying
any movie, any movie.
So you're not saying
the thing is you're not saying Angry Birds or if you're making more movies.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm saying no. I don't want that, but I want to support these movies because it's insane and it's hilarious. That's honestly why. And just
I agree with that, but you're saying it doesn't.
I'm being a hypocrite.
Yeah,
these are unrelated thoughts. These are unrelated thoughts.
A little bit. I mean, you're saying movies like this you're going to support because it's supporting the overall make $10 million movies.
Well, I think overall, I want to support these movies versus superhero flicks because these movies
okay. But what if that could be a superhero flick too?
I want them to keep making movies like this and the Lego Movie and Angry Birds and stuff.
So you are saying this specific kind?
Yeah. But no, I'm not. Yeah, because they're insane.
Yeah.
And they have such a strong potential to be complete garbage or surprisingly good.
But you're not saying
the Angry Birds movie and the Lego Movie. The Angry Birds movie didn't get good reviews, but I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah.
Again, this movie is a piece of crap. But
so you're saying to put out more of these very Hollywood, very superficial movies that could be good, could be bad. Not not a fucking Wes Anderson movie. You're not saying
I mean, I would support a Wes Anderson movie, even though I not.
But that's a different thing.
That's a different thought for me. Yeah, that's more of my issue with the cape flicks and stuff than this thing.
Yeah.
Well, this movie cost $50 million. That's pretty harmless. Despicable Me costs a lot more than that. Actually, no. Those are $80 million movies. They make $500 million ago. That's so crazy. The Minions movie made $1 billion.
That's fucked up.
It wasn't that bad.
And this is
that was funny.
Yeah. I mean, this is a complete derailment. But with the Despicable Me in that whole franchise, there's 3 Despicable Me movies. There's 1 Minions movie. That's 4 movies.
It's the highest-grossing animated franchise of all time.
Yeah, exactly. Do you remember when Despicable Me, their first one, came out? What year?
I think it came out in 2011.
2011. That's 6, coming on 7 years that you're seeing Minions plastered all over the goddamn place.
And that's something I also kind of So the Emoji Movie is not going to have a sequel, but I know that they're going to try something like this again. I'm sure I could look it up. What if they did a Tetris movie, Tetris the movie?
That happened.
No, it didn't. They talked about making it.
That got.
It's everything. They almost made a Zelda movie. I'm sure they almost made a Metroid movie, but they haven't. And a lot of times with licensed stuff, you hear them say it. I'm looking at the Tetris movie. Anyways, Kate, let's get back to the Emoji Movie, the actual plot. So Candy Crush. Anyway, so he's one of the yellow candies. In Candy Crush, you have to line up 3 of the same color. So I just don't even care about this. So he if he'll disappear if he lines up with them, so they have to play it carefully, and they do a great job. And then at the end, he can't just slide out. They're like, oh shit, maybe we have to switch you out with one of the special ones where it puts it in this little jar over there, and it works. And that was that whole scene. That scene felt like just them filling their running time.
Because that movie was short to begin with, and they were like, fuck, man. Because what do you make a movie?
It felt there was a lot of filler in the film.
This is a filler film.
So then, after that...
I hate these attempts to just, like you said, these summer movies, let's make a buck. Let's make a buck. We gotta make a buck.
Yeah. So they go to... again, they're trying to get to Dropbox to get to the cloud. That's the crucial thing here. So... They end up in the Just Dance app after this, which is a game that I am personally not familiar with.
I didn't know there was an iPhone game for it or a phone. I mean, first of all, it's called Just Dance, so I mean,
I don't know yet.
You must use your fingers or some shit.
Yeah, I think it's a rhythm game.
But
it's going to say this radio.
But they're both all the characters are trying to get to the cloud for a different reason.
Yeah.
The hand emoji and fucking Gene are trying to, because they, like you said, they have this weird they want to be in Textopolis. Like, the person is trying to get them deleted, but he wants to be there. He wants to be the emoji. He wants to be working for the emojis. And
I want to talk about Just Dance scene.
Hacker, yeah. The hacker girl wants to do the other thing. I don't know. She wants to leave the whole realm. Mm-hmm. So it's two different motives. And then so the Just Dance. Then this is when the Just Dance scene comes in, where they need to get through the Just Dance game to get to the Dropbox.
This is something I didn't want to bring up. I want to go back to this. In the Candy Crush scene, the thing is, this is just, it's like, it's not something I have like an ethical problem with at all. It's always the but. But it was very like just the heavy-handedness and the lack of like subtle socio-political like thumbs up that it was giving. It's like, hey, we're 2017 as fuck in this movie. So there's like 3 of these in the film, and there's no point beating to death. But during the Candy Crush scene, basically they have some idea. It's like, oh, we can get through the Just Dance app, blah blah blah, shortcut, and then the Jailbreak says this, and then Jean repeats the same idea. And then she was like, hey, that was my idea. And then she literally just says exactly this. She says, men are always stealing their best ideas from women. Or something like that. Like, men have always stolen their best ideas from women.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's good. Like, and like,
she says, I just said that men are always stealing good ideas that women come up with.
Yeah, that's what it was. And it was just like, you know what, fucking more power to you on that. But it's just the heavy-handedness of that just kind of makes me groan, you know? Like, who's going to, like, watch that and go, like, yeah, for sure. Like, even if, I don't know how to breach that topic entirely. It was just, heavy-handed and kind of gross.
Right in your face. I mean, we gotta both remember that this is targeted towards children. So this is the writer or whatever making the movie going like this, like, here you go, here's the thing that we're trying to tell you. Mm-hmm. Right in your face. Yeah. It's not like
so I guess, actually, on retrospect, I don't have an issue with that anymore. But it was just played as like it was just a strange kind of like reaching hand for a specific ideology, I suppose.
Yeah, very good. So, and then this like kind of plays into the Just Dance scene.
Yeah, it does play into the Just Dance scene. That's why I had to bring it up.
Yeah.
So they go into the Just Dance app, and Christina Aguilera is this giant woman telling them how to...
Is that Christina Aguilera?
Yeah, it's Christina Aguilera. Teaching them how to... Like, it's like, okay, follow my moves. You get 3 X's, and you fall into digital deletion land. But you get gold stars, you move forward.
Yeah.
And Gene is just... He's a freak. He's a good dancer. High five is James Corden. Superstar dancer.
He's a superstar dancer.
He's been waiting for this moment his whole life.
Born for this. He loves dancing. He's a fucking star of the show. And Gene is a pretty good dancer because he has a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Now,
how far into this review are we?
Tomboy, because I mean, I don't even know if I can say that now because maybe that's not a proper term, but
I mean, that gives a mental image.
Yeah, but fucking Hacker Man, Jailbreak is a tomboy type. She's got the hair, and the toque. And she can't dance. Oh, I'm so awkward. And she tries to dance and she's so awkward.
But then, you know what happens?
Yeah.
They have the first little romantic moment that every movie needs.
Yeah,
when Gene shows her the way.
Gene shows her the way, and then there's a twinkle in each other's little emoji eyes.
Yeah. We also forgot another fucking plot point that was revealed before this, and I hate this. Is that Jailbreak was.
It doesn't get revealed until right now. It doesn't get revealed until this part.
This is
the when it gets revealed, and what gets revealed is that Jailbreak under her as she's trying to dance, her toque flies off with her wig or whatever.
She's a princess.
She's a princess emoji underneath.
And they had referenced earlier in the film, like in reference to Gene being a malfunction. They're like, oh, we heard about some princess emoji went off.
Yeah.
And
she's the princess emoji. That's why she wants to leave this, this text, the cloud. She wants to get in the cloud. She wants to leave this whatever, whatever. I
found the dance scene to be entertaining, to be honest.
It
was really cringy though, but I found it entertaining. Anyways, so they get through the dance thing barely. what happens? Oh, the kid, it starts playing in this Alex kid's phone. The music starts playing out loud, and they're like, what, Alex, you want to dance for us? Like, while he's in class.
Yeah.
And then he deletes the app. But, that, it's a movie, so he has, it takes, like, a certain amount of time for everything to just wipe in the emoji world, in the world of the Just Dance app. Just Dance-a-less. Dance-a-less-opolis.
It takes in the phone world realm where this movie takes place, majority of the movie. So everything starts pixelating, like, like
and then they all get out.
Yeah.
Except High Five gets grabbed by one of the evil robots and dragged into the trash bin, which is sort of a purgatory place.
Because this app went in the trash bin, and so the app getting thrown in the trash along with High Five was stuck in the app, and then we're in between apps again.
They go to Spotify, right?
Well,
I can't believe that's actually a thing. Like, they go to fucking Spotify.
And we get to hear
we're going into the Spotify app. And then it starts playing Cheerleader by Omi, which is quite a bad song.
And
you know that song? Cheerleader?
No,
okay.
No, I think I found myself a cheerleader.
Oh, yeah. Always on the radio.
Yeah, but it has 1 billion views on YouTube.
It does, but...
which is insane. Like, that blows my mind.
It does date the movie a little bit, or the way when it was being in production, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that song, I forgot about it until hearing it right there.
Yeah.
Not that I was, a fan of the song.
They danced
too much.
I forgot to mention, I said to a couple people before I watched this movie, I'll get to this later. But "Wake Me Up Before You Go-Go" was used in this movie.
Yeah. I mean, it's always it's a pop song.
It's a generic, kid-friendly soundtrack. So even your kids will recognize these songs, and if they don't, they'll hear it and they'll love it.
They'll love it because
who doesn't love a little Wham? Right?
A little pop song.
George Michael.
It makes you feel good. Because those pop jammers, they're scientifically designed to make you feel good. They make you feel good,
especially the Cheerleader jam.
Yeah, and they make.
Song. I love pop music too. I think that song's garbage.
Yeah, me too. I'm in the same boat. And little kids will love it because it makes them feel good. They want to dance. It makes me feel good. I want to dance. I love sugar. Yeah. And then there's the moms that they were listening to the radio. They were listening to mainstream pop radio as they were driving to the theater. Chances are one of those songs played. Chances are they, every day at 8:45 a.m. on their way to work, 5 days a week, they're hearing those songs. Those the parents are listening to the radio, and those songs are what's popular. They're not going to play.
Do you think this film feels like the committee that made this movie was not big enough? That's almost what I think. There wasn't enough of a studio interference in this movie. This movie deserved to have twice the amount of producers and executive.
It should have had a little more people saying, "Don't fucking do that," and
no, they should have had more people saying, "Do this." I don't care if they don't do this, because it's the Emoji Movie,
Okay,
So why even bother saying don't do this?
Maybe
they should have done more with the absurdity
of
the fact that they made a fucking movie about emojis.
They should have had more people. Yeah, I agree with they should have more people on the committee going.
Yeah.
Well,
this could have been so much more weird, and it still would have been. It still would have gotten a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It could have just had more people manipulating different. So maybe not. Yeah. Not don't do that, but maybe
the whole human
this.
thing didn't work. I don't think kids even would care about it. It makes it weird.
It should have,
but it gives it a beginning, middle, and end. It gives it a sort of what do you call it?
But I do think it should have had it should have had just a bit more say. It should have had just stuff a few more people talking about it.
Yeah,
maybe not cutting things out, but maybe adding things.
Yeah, that's
or
right.
manipulating.
Yeah, changing.
I agree with that.
Taking out. But yeah, so they get through the Just Dance thing, High Fives in Purgatory, and then they have this debate where it's oh man, this line throughout the movie. I think we already mentioned this, but oh man, there's so much garbage in this fucking flick. Do you remember the face?
I'm gonna fill up this water.
Yeah. Can you fill this cup with water too? Thanks, man. I'm gonna tangent again. So there's earlier in the film when High Five and him are exploring the space in between apps. They walk into Facebook and it's wow, these people sure like to talk about themselves. And he's yeah, it's not about do these people really have that many friends? No, it's fans. As long as you're getting lots of likes, you're happy. Who needs friends when you have fans? And then Gene's oh, you know what, man? All I really want is one good friend. You know, all you need is one good friend. And they repeat that, all you need is one good friend. All I need is one good friend. Throughout the fucking whole movie. Which is a good value.
That is a good value, but again, comes back to the contradiction that this movie is a fucking about emojis.
About emojis!
And there's Instagram land where you see him taking cool skating pics.
This is the next scene.
Yeah.
This is where we're getting to his Instagram land.
Okay, yeah. Exactly. Because there's no...
So his parents are searching for him in the cloud. And I think they go to the... they go to the YouTube app first?
Yeah, and they see
see the pineapple pen guy.
Yeah.
Have you seen that video? And it's playing on the big screen. And
Which
then
is kind
the
of
robots
dated.
are about to come for them in the YouTube app. And then they like load up what was it? Just like a funny cat video, and then the robots start like mimicking what the cat does, the peekaboo kind of thing with the cat, which was, that was kind of cute. The audience definitely got a little chuckle in the theater we were in about it.
Yeah.
We're not even halfway through the movie, man. This review is going to be longer than the movie.
Yeah.
At this point. This is awful.
Fucking...
Okay, and then so let's go back to his parents. So his parents actually have like an interesting relationship, and they explore the sort of like the depressing nature of the emoji workforce, right?
Yeah.
Because his parents are both mad, and they're professional mad,
Yeah.
And they're good at it, and they always talk like this. I love you, honey. We already established that.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, like, they. Oh man, I'm losing it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm literally losing my mind. So, anyways, they actually like constantly though articulate things just in a passive way that are like, oh, we really need to find our son. Oh, we love our son, even though he's a weirdo malfunction. And so his mom goes to Alex's Instagram account, which is insane. This is insane. And goes through his photo album.
Yeah, so there's pictures of him skating. There's like, he's a cool kid. Yeah,
and then
hanging out with
him and his family visited Paris.
Insta-famous.
And then the emojis hang out in the picture of Paris. This was very beautiful
animation. That was a beautiful animation.
The animation was very beautiful of Paris.
And like,
and then
like we established earlier, there's not a lot to the animation, and I know it's like we're just talking about story right now. That's because there's not a lot to the animation.
They get in a fight.
And we do bring up when it's nice.
This is a weird thing, but they get in a fight, and I don't know if this is supposed to be played as comedy or if it was just like it is what it is. His parents get in a fight, and they like split off. They go separate ways looking for him, and then they meet up in Instagram Paris. And then the dad reveals that he's also a malfunction and can do all sorts of other emojis because he has a tear emoji.
Yeah.
And
then that's
that was actually like kind of like a heartfelt moment. Like I'll admit it. Like I was like, oh, you know what, this is great. Like,
that's nice.
The
fact that he has
it's a cold world if you don't let love win. Which is not a line in this movie. that line that I use regularly in my day-to-day life, is better than the entire Emoji Movie.
Sure.
It's a cold world if you don't let love win, people.
Sure. I agree, and so it was nice that he can relate to his kid. Yeah. And then they get back together.
They get back together.
So they get back, and then they're looking for the kid again. They're looking for Gene. And then we get back on our mission. Is this when we get to deletion land? The deleted,
Okay, no, hold on. I want to go back. Their names are Mel and Mary. Mel and Mary go searching for Gene and have a very lethargic argument. They make up in the Instagram app. That is the written plot of this movie. Is that?
That's fucking disgusting.
It is. And so then, we're in the process of the one good friend thing we got to get back to. So
yeah,
Jailbreak's all like, I'm always someone who looks after number one. I have to look after myself. What about you? And Gene's like, nah, like it's not the same. We need to go get high five. We got to go get him out of the trash. There's nothing we can do. So then she's like, all right, fuck it, you're right.
Well,
the one good friend thing's good, and they have like a little heartfelt moment.
Well, what he said,
like, oh my god, you're my friend. Oh my god, we're friends. Oh my god.
Well, that's kind of what happened. Like she's like, I was thinking about number one, and he goes, what he says specifically is something along the lines of like, what's the point of one if there's not like another second? Or
you can't take care of. You can't be number one if there aren't other numbers.
You can't be number one if there aren't any other numbers. Yeah, and then she goes, I never thought about it like that. Oh, and then they go and they look for the hand emoji who's in the deleted app or whatever deleted shit.
Actually, I kind of like that.
What?
The number one thing.
I think it's
pretty cute.
That's cute. That is cute. I mean, I'd say that's almost objectively cute because it's like
it is.
Oh, well,
it is.
More people.
So then they go through the Spotify app. We already talked
about
that.
How they go to
save? So they go to the Spotify app and it links.
And first they're on like a really.
Oh no, they get high five before they go to the Spotify.
Man. No, they don't.
Because it's just them.
It's just them. and they're it's like she's like, I know I know a shortcut to the deleted stuff, and so they're going on this, and it's like the sound waves.
Yeah, they're going down the waveforms.
The waveforms.
Streams, they call them.
Yeah, the streams.
On like a boat, and they're going really fast.
And they're going fast on like a.
And then they end up in like the ambient music.
Well, they're going really fast on like a fun pop song, and then Gene is like not. He's like, "Ooh, I want," like he's freaking out because she's like, "Oh, you're no fun." And then they go on like some kind of like ambient chill,
and like it's like
lazy river wave.
This was the song from Alex's biology class, remember?
Yeah.
And then like here's the whale noise coming, and then this like big audio stream whale noise comes around, and they're like, wow.
Yeah. And then they get
the animation was also pretty cool in this.
Yeah,
this
you know, I mean,
the emojis themselves look like
shit
horrible.
But and you know, the animation was kind of cool in that scene. Kind of cool. Yeah. I don't expect anything less though. Is the problem? Like, why the fuck? You know, I mean, I know a $50 million budget isn't the most insane budget, but in 2017, on a $50 million budget, your animation sure as hell better be okay. Like, it better be fucking okay. It better be, visually pleasant.
Agreed. Fully. Yeah. Oh God, this was so bad, man. Oh,
terrible movie.
And I'm like, I don't want to be another person ganging up on this movie. You know,
can you go?
It has a 1.8 on IMDb.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the plot. So yeah, they basically literally put just a little bit of rope. And
I remember seeing the trailer for this movie, the teaser trailer. Yeah. And I didn't think it was gonna happen. Like, I didn't think it would make it to theaters. And then I saw.
You didn't think it would make it to theaters?
I'm saying the first teaser, like an emoji talking.
Yeah.
And and I was like, I don't know about this movie. And then it just, I mean, the trailer, I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
then it's like, it's the Emoji Movie. So, and like you said, what was the original? Was there a different?
It was Emoji Movie Express Yourself.
Yeah. It seemed like a bunch of garbage, but it's definitely, it's bait for children and shit. I don't know. It's easy money. Easy money. The Emoji Movie. It's everyone loves emojis. They're on their phone.
I wonder.
I use emojis.
Has it come out in China yet?
Probably.
No, I don't think it has. No, it hasn't. Because I think this movie will do well in China.
And you know what I did? Actually, wait, never mind.
Okay, so yeah, they. Oh man, this movie sucks.
The baby bottle emoji is my most used, and like the milk emoji, but the milk bottle, that wasn't in there. There's none of that.
Yeah.
Where are we in the film right now? So we get to the dumpster of shit, and
they save them, and the hands want to come with them.
Yeah,
like, nah, buddy, sorry.
No, but he reads an email. He reads an email.
Oh yeah, that's a crucial plot.
He reads an email and he goes, "Oh look, like back in my, see, he never sent this email, but this was back in my heyday. He has the high five emoji." That's a crucial plot point because it was an email that I don't know if I'd say. Yeah, we're not even at that point. We're not that.
Yeah, we haven't even established that like he's got a girl he has a crush on. Oh, we did establish that. It's been
Addie.
Yeah, Addie.
Addie, the girl Addie.
Yeah. Not the pill, not the study drug.
Not the study drug. These kids are going to be taken 5 years after this movie comes out.
Yeah.
They're all fucking wired sugar kids. I love the internet. These internet,
Hey kids, stop eating. The message this movie's trying to portray is that when you're done with candy kids and you grow up, start taking your Ritalin.
Yeah.
That's not at all what this movie's saying. But anyways, so they get him out of the trash. And, Smiler's upgraded the robot because it's like, this robot's not doing good enough. And, oh, man. Yeah, I've found this, at this point in the movie, too, I was really done with it. Like, I was like, and I looked at my phone because who gives a shit? Like, it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's the Emoji Movie, and it was mostly families in there.
We were in, like, a corner.
Yeah, we took the side seats, and I was looking at my phone, and I was like, I'm 45 minutes into this movie. Like, there's so much more left. Anyways, so, oh, man, what happens? Can we just get to them making it to,
they get out of the...
To drop off.
They fish hand of the deleted app, and then the hand throws down the wire that they used to get up. It's like, you guys, everyone can be free, like... and then it just like the whole thing spools down and then falls, and then none of the trolls get out or anything. And then that's the last we see of like those characters or whatever, which doesn't matter. I don't know. That was just something I just remembered. But what's after that? I can't remember.
They go to Dropbox.
They go to Dropbox.
They make it to Dropbox.
They make it to Dropbox. This is when I was.
No. There's something in between it. Like they like connect to the cloud, and then they have to face a firewall. Right there. That's what happens. They have to fight the firewall. And
this is after the
so
new,
it has like facial like recognition software where you only
tries to delete them all though. Right after that, right? The big deleted thing, and then the guy tangles.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So on their way to the Dropbox app, they
Smiley sends this giant thing to delete them, and they try and tangle it up, which is like a drawn out scene that ends up
kind of being totally useless.
Totally useless.
But the thing is, Dropbox is a secure app, so the robot can't get through.
Yeah, so they get in, and then they're at a firewall, and basically all they're riding on for this, they have this hacker, they got Jailbreak, who I thought would just be able to hack their way through, but
he has like a facial thing, so she already tried to get through that firewall like months earlier or something.
And what they rely on is trying to figure out
change his face so he can, right?
No,
he was always changing his face when he was doing it so that he could have another guess.
Oh yeah.
So they try all of his things. It's like his favorite food.
Yeah,
you know.
But that's what I'm saying is that they were relying on just trying to figure out what Alex's like password was based on like what his favorite food.
And then so Gene, wink wink nudge nudge, says to Jailbreak, he's like, "Hey honey," he doesn't say honey. He's like, "Hey there, Jailbreak. You know, if I was a high schooler, if I'd make my password a girl I had a crush on."
Yeah.
And
then this is when they're looking through,
and then she's like, "Oh,"
they can't find
and then
anything.
They're like, "Yeah, he's got a crush on a girl, right? Isn't that a thing?" And then
High Five remembers.
He's like, "Oh yeah, no, I saw this email that he didn't send
to the girl."
Oh my god, this was awful. Yeah. Okay. Oh man, this is so lit.
The high five is like, "Oh yeah, the email I saw in the trash because he threw it away. He never sent it to the girl. Her name is." Vanessa.
And then like Jailbreak uses her skills to go through the garbage and finds the message, and it's Addie.
Yeah,
right. Addie is her name, and they're like, "Oh, that's the password." And then they read the email out. And I'm gonna do something weird here. Okay, you're gonna have to move the camera. I'm gonna sing what they did on the piano. You remember? You remember what it was?
Yeah. Well, I remember it somewhat.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's what it was. Oh, you didn't.
Oh wait, yeah.
So they read this like this nice kind thing that he wrote to her, and it was
and it ends.
It's the lyrics to fucking a Rihanna song, "Diamonds" by Rihanna.
Yeah. I didn't because I picked up. It says "Shine bright like a diamond."
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, why do I know that? I'm gonna go take a piss with it.
Vision of ecstasy. Yeah. Okay. What was it? Where does it start? It's like, you're a shooting star, I see, vision of ecstasy. You hold me, I'm alive, we're like diamonds in the sky. I knew that we'd become one right away. First sight, the energy of sun rays. I saw the life inside your eyes, so shine bright tonight. You and I, beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I do, yeah, so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds. Yeah, so this kid in 9th grade. This is bullshit too, because Diamonds by Rihanna. What came out in what? Let me look this up. Diamonds by Rihanna came out in what year is this? Like 5 or 6 years. 2012. So this kid, this kid was born in 2002. They low-key established this during the firewall scene. So this kid was born in 2002. That would make yeah. Let's not get there. 2002. So that would make him 15 in 2017. Assuming the movie takes place in 2017. Let's say he's 16. He's a freshman in high school. What do you do a freshman in high school? What does that mean? 14. So he's 15. Like so
14, 15.
So the movie takes place in 2016, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So I guess he could have known "Diamonds" by Rihanna if it came out in 2012.
Song.
Yeah, it was a huge song. Yeah, but that being said, like I feel like I was in. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's just like the last thing it felt like this kid would play would have been
2012. What have you been like 22?
Yeah. Whatever. Back to the Emoji Movie. So yeah, and they get in. They get to the Dropbox. It's this beautiful, big, white, sort of science fiction looking city. And also, we forgot to mention this, that, like, apparently, since she's a princess emoji, Jailbreak, they're like, oh, yeah, I hear when princess emojis whistle, birds come. Birds come.
Birds sing.
And then she's like, that's a myth. Fuck you. I hate these stereotypes. That was another kind of virtuous thing that was in the movie, but that one was cool.
And then, they get in, and Gene, like, proclaimed...
Gene's like, you know what, maybe I don't want to get reprogrammed right here, right now. Yeah. You know what? Maybe I want to come with you. And because I really like you, and she's like,
and he starts going like explaining why he likes her and all this shit, and then she just outright goes like, just fucking denies him, and he's like, he gets all bummed out of it. He
actually becomes the Matt emoji. He's so bummed out that she doesn't have the same kind of feelings, but she's like, I like you, dude, and this is really flattering, and it's really nice that you said all of this stuff, but. She still wants to go to the cloud. She's like,
she's thinking about number one.
She wants to, and unintentionally causes Gene to revert to his apathetic programming out of heartbreak, right?
Is that on there?
Yeah. I wish I could go with that. So then, and then the upgraded fucking robot takes Gene and High Five and Jailbreak go after them. And what she does, she whistles a little tune, No bird comes. Whistles another tune. No bird comes. Just goes. When I can't do the mouth whistle thing, but she does that, and then a bird comes. Guess what the bird is in the Emoji Movie? It's the Twitter bird! It's the Twitter bird! Tweet, tweet! And I was like, oh my god!
That's more fucking superficial than that.
Yeah. But also, I was like, at this point, you're desensitized to this. At this point, you are not.
You're desensitized.
Going, look at this capitalist crap.
And you know what? People love exactly. You're not thinking. Look at that.
But it constantly gives you this thing. It's like, I know what this is.
I know that. That's what I was gonna say.
That's like people like that.
People love to
Redditors.
Go. Yeah. People love to go. Oh yeah, like I know that. Yeah, I know that. Like that's why like Archer. That's why Archer, the TV show, is trash. Yeah, and it's because it's all like obscure references, and it's like kind of acknowledges that its references are obscure. But if you do get them, it's like really funny. But it's like cool. Yeah, I get that. But it's still like
I get it. Other people don't. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Haha. And that's like lousy. Even though Twitter, everybody knows what Twitter is. It's probably the 5th most visited website. In the world.
But. Yeah, so it's just that. Well, I mean, the foundation of foundation of this movie is I know that. Oh, emojis. It's emojis.
Yeah.
The foundation of this movie is like I get that. I know that. That's something I recognize.
Yeah.
Oh, Spotify app. Oh, fucking Instagram. Anyway, what comes
maybe this movie wouldn't play in China well because of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to look into because like
it in Japan. They would.
But that's not a big market the way China is. China is the biggest movie watching market right now. You make more.
True?
Yeah, you make more. Yeah, as recently.
Yeah.
So the Transformers movies make big bank there. Despicable Me makes big bank there.
Yeah.
But some of the Marvel movies don't make so much. Some do.
Yeah.
So I hate this movie. And then High Five and Jailbreak go after Gene. They're about to do a public execution of Gene or something like that. Right before the kid is going to get his phone fixed, right? And he's going
to go get it wiped.
Yeah,
he wants it wiped because he keeps acting
weird stuff because Gene is interfering with
because he's a malfunction or whatever.
Yeah. And they save the day pretty fucking quick. They come in on the Twitter bird right before he's about to get blasted. And then, his parents step in, and they're like, we love this kid. And then his dad's like, I'm also a malfunction, remember? And then, they kind of fight it. And then the hand saves the day by pressing the big red button on the
And he goes, this is what he says. It was, hand, button, hand.
Yeah, they do a couple of those before.
They do a couple of those.
Hand, button, hand, button. And then
the thing falls and crushes.
Crushes Smiler. Okay, so we walked out immediately at the end of this. There's a mid-credit scene. It reveals that she's still alive and she has braces.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's it.
I didn't know that.
And she's in the losers. She's in the losers club playing goldfish with braces.
Yeah. That's probably you just said that there. That's probably the best part. That sounds like
we
the best.
Didn't see.
That we what we didn't see because we walked out right as soon as it ended. Sounds like the most clever scene in the whole thing.
Yeah. So and then they all have this big so Jailbreak takes over the duties of running the emoji booth along with High Five. And Gene gets to be his freaky emoji, and everybody else does their place, and everybody's happy. And they open up the private, favorite emoji party to everybody. And it's a utopia. It's a utopian fantasy where everybody can be everybody that they want to be. And that's, a positive thing.
Yeah.
But it's very, for example, Frozen, the film, did this in such a more elegant way.
Yeah, and it just...
It feels heartless, right?
Yeah, this
and
is
then it tries to act
heartless,
it has a big heart at the end. It's no, it doesn't really.
No, it doesn't,
especially following High Five so much throughout the movie, who's vain and a narcissist and whatever. And
yeah, it's not like...
You're supposed to like this guy?
Yeah, and what happens when the High Five emoji, he doesn't... It's not like he has some sort of realization that he, I guess I've been so narcissistic and so self-obsessed this whole time. He doesn't have any of that.
Yeah.
He's completely fine and happy with that. So there's no, I don't know, it's just so abrupt. It ends so abruptly, but also not, if that makes sense. I was ready for it to end, and it was maybe that, it was supposed to end, everything... It was just such a formulaic, beginning, middle, end. And as soon as the end was coming, you could feel it. It was coming. It was done. It was everything... and this isn't something to complain about because this is apparent in almost all forms of television and movies and stuff. Just the reconciliation and the all the pieces coming together and everything being good at the end, everything being a positive, uplifting ending. I'm not expecting the Emoji Movie to have some sort of profound message, dark ending by any means, but it was just so fucking. And it was so obvious, it was so nothing. It was nothing. Everyone still was doing their thing, and they're fucking emojis.
Yeah.
What am I talking about? I wasn't saying anything. I'm talking about emojis.
Yeah. And so I made no depth. I was talking with some people, and I was like, "Hey, what do you think? How this? I was thinking this movie's gonna end with a bunch of emojis dancing to some classic song or to just some pop song." And that's how the movie ends.
Exactly.
It's all the emojis getting down, dancing, getting along.
And it's one of those movies that shows the title of the movie at the end. It's so it's the dance, and then he's doing and then Gene's doing all the faces, and then it zooms out, whoosh, the Emoji Movie.
Yeah.
And Gene's face in the emoji.
Yeah.
Then it's done. Then it's done. Then I guess it's done.
And then we got through the movie. Yeah, that's the Emoji Movie. Again, I hope that Hollywood makes... I also just read here, apparently this was according to T.J. Miller, who is not somebody I trust entirely because he was a part of this movie, it's the fastest produced animated film in history. Because this movie was announced and bought, the rights to in 2015, and it came out now. And for an animated movie, that is fast as hell. And it explains... why they probably...
They could have put more time into it. Why not?
Well, they definitely should have.
Yeah.
Well, because this movie could be slightly better, and it would be, able to, sit well, I think, with an audience. But, I don't think kids are, going to remember this movie. No. I think kids will enjoy watching it, but
shouldn't have been a movie.
I don't think it'll sit in their cultural zeitgeist all that well.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that it's
Emojis.
The Emoji Movie, which is insane.
Because they're going to be... It's, made to be remembered in a way that it's you're on your phone, you go, remember that scene with that emoji? Oh, kids are going to start using the high five emoji all the time because he's such a wacky, cool, outgoing character. And kids are going to start using the princess emoji. It's to be used. It's to be remembered. I don't know. It's for kids to go, haha, because of the movie I'm doing this, and that's why it might be kind of remembered. But that's going to fade away quick. And I don't know. Maybe it could have been a TV show or something. Maybe
he gets the girl in the end too. The kid Alex gets the girl at the end.
Yeah, of course, because. Yeah, that was fucked up.
That's we forgot about that part. This happens after because there's the counting that we forgot the integral part of the ending.
Yeah, how the fuck did... Okay, they're trying... Because the phone's being deleted. He has the Alex and the real-life character.
Stupid.
It's so stupid. The character, in the real world, the phone's plugged in, it's being wiped, it's slowly closing in, and the last app is the, Textopolis, the app. It's closed in, and then it's Gene, you can make all these different faces. You saved the day, and... so it's like we can only send one last text. So they send a text, I guess, to himself or to the phone, and then he walks up the phone, and it's popping up like the emoji's making like a bunch of different faces because that's what Gene can do, and then he's like. He must, like, I guess what they're fucking trying to imply is that he thinks that's so cool that the phone is just making different emojis all at once. Like, oh, a different emoji, like, doing it in real time. He thinks that's so cool. And the girl thinks that was cool that he goes, unplugs his phone, the whole thing starts, it's not like everything that was getting wiped stays wiped. The whole thing expands and it becomes, oh, the whole phone is saved and the Textopolis is saved. This is all prior to the dance and, like, all that we just mentioned. And just because the emoji was doing all these different emojis at once, he thought, man, my phone's so cool. Like, no other phone can do that. I got the girl because of it. He unplugs it, and Alex saves the day, kind of, you know, with Gene.
He's like, nah, I'll keep the phone.
I'll keep the phone. And then she's
it's kind of weird,
yeah,
but I'll keep the phone.
I know this seems kind of weird, but I'm going to keep the phone.
Yeah.
I know this seems kind of weird, but I'm going to keep the phone. How long was the movie? Exactly.
How long was the movie? It was 86 minutes.
86 minutes?
Yeah.
It was an hour and 26 minutes?
Yeah, we did 70 minutes on the movie, although there's a lot of tangents. I don't think I have anything else to say about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything else about it. Yeah, this is our Emoji Movie review. If I had to give it a score with an emoji, I'd give it, like, just like a black circle, you know?
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know, like a middle finger.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think,
You know what surprised me is that this Alex kid didn't have, like, Tinder or OkCupid. Like, kids in grade 9 now, they're horny as hell, man. They're just, like, swiping left,
kids?
right, swiping right.
Swiping right.
Imagine going, like, dude,
going into the Tinder app.
Dude, R-rated Emoji Movie would have been so sick. Dude, think about the R-rated Emoji Movie.
Think about going to the Tinder app.
They got, like, Tinder, they got FetLife, like,
they got Grindr.
They got Grindr. And, like, just, like, having these... Oh, my... Dude, okay, the people that animated this... Listen, I am not a rich man by any stretch of the imagination. But,
that was good.
I've made...
any stretch.
Yeah, any stretch of the imagination. But, I put money down... This is so unrelated. But I put money down on Conor McGregor for fun. And because I'm an idiot, I put $35 down.
Because I'm an idiot, I put 35 smackaroos.
So, let's say he wins, right? I get paid, like, 120 out, give or take. I'll pay you that $120.
$120.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to take up my $35 initial investment. I want that money back, break even. So I'll give you $95. Is that what that is? No,
I can
$85. $85.
I'll pitch and I'll make it 100.
I want to see you animate like a 2 or 3 minute long emoji orgy, where all the emojis are like real penetration. I guess it's like cartoons, but like I want to see penetration. I want to see anything that you could see anywhere. Within reason, emoji. Are you looking it up? Yeah. Okay.
That's gotta exist.
Yeah, I'm sure it exists. No, but I want to see it in high definition. I want to see it with these characters. Like I want to see, Jailbreak and Gene and High Five all just having sloppy, dirty, unprotected sex on the big screen for 2 minutes. I'd like to see that. But yeah, actually, an R-rated Emoji Movie, it would be really cool. In that it would be really funny. Like Judd Apatow. You're the man to do this.
Judd Apatow would be the one to do it.
Yeah. Judd, if you're listening, R-rated Emoji Movie. List me as a producer. I want like 1% of royalties from it. And, yeah. And some kush. I know you all and your crew are into that. Maybe not anymore. You guys are getting older. You got kids now and stuff. Okay, that's it. I'm not... This is how we get banned from YouTube.
Yeah, I can't really see it.
You can't really see it, but it's a thing.
We got dirty emojis.
Thank you for watching our Emoji Movie review. I would recommend not seeing this movie.
I'd say maybe try and search up the short puppy before it.
Yeah, the short puppy's pretty good.
I'm an Adam Sandler fan.
Yeah, me too.
To the end, so.
Yeah, me too.
I liked hearing his voice. It was nice.
Yeah. All right.
Made it worth it.
Bye-bye.